Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. Today we will do another morning workout, so stick with me. So while I'm showing you the workout, I will talk about it and also about my sports experience. So we start off with the kettlebell deadlift. As I said, the kettlebell is 15 pounds. This may sound not too much, but after uh, 375 reps, trust me guys, I was sore 3 days after. So this workout is just making the gains. So here at the deadlift, give your hamstrings a nice stretch because the hip hinge movement, guys, works the glutes. Rather than the knee flexion works the quads. So as you can see here, I am hip hinging and engaging my glutes while I'm exhaling at the top. So this is what makes my glutes work. So the next exercise, the staggered stance deadlift, it's 3 times multiplied by 30 reps. So we do like 15 reps with the weight in one hand, and then the other 15 will change the hands. Why we do that? Because as you can see, first I start with my opposite hand, and I'm actually working a lot of my inner thigh because I'm trying to also keep my balance with the weight and also with my leg. But the weight plays huge role over here, so we are switching on the 15th rep and we do 15 more. So over here I do work my outer thigh, and this is killing me, guys, I'm telling you. So I was shaking even in the beginning, which is crazy, but I just love it. So let me tell you a little bit about my background. So the first sport that I did, I was a classical ballerina, and this was maybe when I was I don't know, 5. I was in the kindergarten, and there was like a group of girls and trainer, and they wanted to create like a group, So I was a ballerina for I think 4 years, but because I was raised in a very poor environment and my parents just couldn't afford to pay the trainings, that was like a long time ago. Not too long, but still, compared with we are now 2020. So, and the things were not so expensive back in the days, but also the people were not making the same amount of money as they make right now. So yeah, my dad was working and my mom was going and doing 2 jobs, and they just couldn't afford my trainings. So this is like being ballerina was my favorite thing, and I feel so sad that I just couldn't keep doing that because I really loved it. It's really sensual sport, if I can say that. So guys, we do have a little break, 120 seconds, around there, just don't limit yourself. And we keep going with the reverse lunge, 25 reps each leg. So this is really, really good. It emphasizes the glutes again, because so when you're doing the reverse lunge, you're actually stopping yourself from going backwards with the leg that you're moving. In this case is my right one. And also, yes, hold the weight in the opposite hand of your working leg. That's how you emphasize the inner thigh. And also it helps you with the balance, which is the most important thing. So yeah, so when you're doing reverse lunge, you're working more the glutes rather than when you do like a normal lunges, which is like forward step. You'll work more of the quads because you'll stop with the quads. Yeah, so I back to the ballerina story. I was actually good at it. I think it was the only sport, like kind of like group sport, that I was good at in. And I just loved it. Like the outfit, the dresses and everything, it's so beautiful. You're just like a swan, and everything, it's so sensual, so calm, and it's just beautiful. It's just so gentle thing, you know. It looks just like of your I don't know, angel. Yeah, so I do still keep some of the traits, like sometimes the way I move is kind of like that, but this is really deep in my subconscious, really deep rooted in my subconscious. I just keep that. It's like a memory from my childhood. Okay, so the next thing that I've tried was to dance like a modern dance. I always loved to dance. I still do in front of the mirror, which is maybe TMI, but whatever. It's just me, guys. So I'm very genuine person. So for me, sharing something like that it's nothing. Yeah, so I was dancing. I really wanted to dance like in a music videos and stuff. Oh, guys, so this exercise is absolute torture. The triple pulse squat. Literally after the third rep, I'm like closing my eyes, and I just want to lay in my bed. Like, it's so hard. I don't know if I was tired from work, because I do have my job, guys, and I worked recently like 5-6 days in a row, 9 hours a day, and maybe I got tired, but also this workout is it's really, really tiring, and as you can see, I'm at the same place the whole time. Like, I'm not moving, I'm not jumping, I'm not doing anything, and still my hamstrings and my quads and my glutes were sore 3 days after that workout. So it's time for a little break, 2 minutes, and the next exercise is we're starting over with the kettlebell deadlift, 30 reps here. And again, exhale when you're up, and while you're doing the hip hinge, and work those glutes. So back on the dance, I really wanted to dance in music videos and stuff, but when I went there and like started to practice and everything with the other girls, they were like some girls who were there from a long longer time than me, and it was hard to compete with them because they were always already established. So when like a producer or like creator came to the group and asked, hey, I need girls to dance, always the experienced ones, the old ones were picked, and I was, it's just not worth it to compete over there. Yeah. And then uh and then the next thing that I've tried was volleyball. So the volleyball was actually the first sport that I did in my conscious life, I should say, which is after 14 years old. I kind of started to think for myself as a person, and I got a friend, and she brought me to the volleyball place, and she introduced me because she was doing that already from several months, and she introduced me to the group, to the trainer, and everything. So I was training volleyball, I don't know, maybe about more than half a year or something. It was kind of short period of time, but there were some things that I just couldn't deal with. Like, first, again, I was never too good to be actually used from the trainer for the main group. Like you see, I'm very tall. I'm 5'8", but I wasn't that good. It's just. And also in there, at the place we were training, the hall was so cold. I remember I wanted to wear gloves, but in the volleyball, you are using your hands to actually perform. So I couldn't use gloves because it's slippery and it's everything, but it was so cold, guys. I just couldn't focus. And also, I have like a cold allergy or something like that. So when it's really cold, my hands, guys, are getting swollen and blue. Like I'm actually freezing. I have no blood in my hands, also my feet. So I just cannot even flex my fingers, to actually perform the sport. So it was kind of bad conditions over there. And just the people had no money to keep like heating the hall and everything. I mean, yeah, it's just what it is. But I always liked volleyball and I still love it, and it's amazing. Okay, we are keep doing the reverse lunge. Yeah, so here try to not push too much with the leg that is actually supporting you to step back. Try to use mainly the front leg, and you'll definitely feel that. So then I think I don't know. It was definitely in high school. And my dad, he wanted me to do athletic. and to compete over there. And so I was competing. I was a competitor, 200 meters sprint. So that's why as you can see, my legs are way stronger than my upper body. I just used to run a lot, and also women have stronger legs than upper body because we carry babies. So I started to compete, but I was never fast enough. I have the endurance, but I was never fast enough to finish first, and I actually never strived for the gold medal or for the W. I'm just not a competitive person, guys. I do have my own pace, and I realized that later on. When I was younger, I was thinking that sport is just the thing that you have to do many times in groups, like you have your team and you have to compete against somebody. I'm just not a competitive person. I don't care if I win or if I lose. I literally don't care. And like I'm just lacking the sports anger, or what is it called when you're giving your heart and soul to win. It takes out the joy from what I'm doing if I have to focus on the outcome or something. And then if I lose, I have to feel like trash. I don't want to feel like trash, and that's why I want to work and do myself on my own pace. So competing at 200 meters, I was doing that about 2 years. It was really interesting. I met a lot of people over there, but like my success in the sport was almost nothing. I just know how to run correctly, how to use my hands and everything. To run the correct way. Okay, so we are almost there. That's the third set of the deadlift. We'll do 30 reps. Try to engage the core as well while you're performing that. You should be pretty tired over here already, but keep going. So the athletic, was kind of fun, but I never won any competition. And when I know that something is not for me or I'm not good at it, I'm not going to keep giving my energy to that thing. I would rather focus on something that will actually bring me results. And then like in the end of high school, so I'm like 18, 19, I tried Aikido. It was very interesting. It was the first martial art that I've tried. My trainer, the sensei, was really cool guy. He was very experienced and very wise. I really liked him. So I have like yellow belt, and I stopped. So first I just didn't think it's for me. because all those like twisting of your wrists and everything to perform the keys and everything. Yeah, I think I was afraid of injuries. And the guys were kind of rough over there. Yeah, so I got the yellow belt and I stopped. And also, I was preparing to go into the university. So I had to do exams and tests and learn and everything. And I wanted to focus on my education. And then I found yoga. I found yoga in like a very, very specific and hard time of my life. Hard period, I should say. And yoga helped me tremendously. So I remember my mom brought me to a yoga class, and my first time I said, this is so slow. I don't like it. I'm young and I wanna jump and, like be more active, I guess, with my workouts. But then something happened, and a woman actually, changed the guy that I went on my first training, because my first yoga class was with a guy. So there was a girl and she came in and I liked her so much. She was like a feather, so beautiful and so light. And I loved her. And I was going to the class because of her. So I was skipping sometimes. I was skipping sometimes university classes to go and do yoga. I remember it was from 12:30 p.m. just for 1 hour, but I loved her classes. It was amazing. And then after a month or two, I said, oh, I have to do that. And I want to be like her. I want to be a yoga trainer. So I went to like a course, like a school, and I did 200 hours of yoga training, and they certified me. And I started as a yoga trainer first, like in a yoga studio. And then they actually found me. I used to work in a gym on the reception, and actually they knew me, so they knew that I'm doing yoga certification. And they asked me if I want to be yoga teacher in the gym, and I said yes. And I was yoga teacher at 2 places for 3 years straight, and I absolutely loved it. What yoga taught me, nothing else taught me. Just the way your body moves and it stretches, it's amazing. And when you start stretching deeply your fibers, your muscles, you'll see that your body is actually crying for stretch, and you are gaining flexibility pretty quickly. So yoga is amazing. Even when I think about that, I just start having tears in my eyes. That's how much I love that. And it saved me from a very tough period. It was like a distraction, but I was so focused to learn everything in depth that I actually did it. And it was amazing. So I was doing yoga in the gym, and like the place where we were performing, it was like with glasses, so the people from the gym can see inside the hall and how we are doing yoga, and vice versa. And I remember looking at those guys like slamming these weights and bars and screaming and doing weird things. And I was, you will never see me in the gym. This is so stupid. Like counting reps and everything. But I actually started to go to the gym and I started to see results, because the yoga can give you the flexibility, but it didn't give me the muscle gain, the muscle growth that I wanted. I wanted to grow muscles, and the gym actually gives you that. So best of the both worlds. It's I think the perfect niche. So be open-minded. As I said, I never thought that I will go to the gym, but I went and I love it. And since the gyms are open here right now, I will start to record my workouts at the gym. We are done, guys. I love you so much. See you next time. Bye.